We've just spilled off the Blue Star ferry, which we caught in Naxos, and we have arrived in Paros. Whoa, that was a fast spin around. That is like organised chaos getting on and off the ferries, I tell you. People going everywhere, cars going everywhere. It's a different experience. Anyway, here is the island of Paros, where we're staying for 5 nights. Paros looks like another pretty cool little Greek town. Look at all these cute little streets and all the bougainvillea flowers. Ah, look at that. We're wandering down here looking for our accommodation. We're probably only like 2 minutes out of the town and a little network of streets with all the little shops. We're looking for, this is ironic, Casa di Roma, considering we've just come from Rome not so long ago. Just down this way a little bit more, I think.
So we're just wandering around Paros getting our bearings, and we have very limited clothes because of a hike that we've just done. We've just found this ice cream shop just in here.
Someone's been shopping. It's a little windy, so hopefully it's not too difficult to hear me, but over those hills you can see are the beaches towards Neusa, like Columbithres. This is the port of Paros, and you can see ferries coming and going. I guess it's sort of heading into the busy season. And looking down this way, you can see the famous windmill in the distance, and scanning around to all the shops and car rentals, and behind all those buildings just a network of streets and little shops and boutiques and restaurants. There's plenty happening. This is Parikia, the main town on the island of Paros, and that's looking back towards the port area. You can see all the restaurants along there, maybe. Lots of eateries. The sun is about to set. That's kind of where the boats come in, through there, maybe a little bit glary. It's looking pretty good. We're going to try and get up on that hill behind so that we can see the sunset. And then if you look back down this way, there are basically eateries, restaurants, cafes, almost as far as the eye can see down there. And even around onto that little point down there.
It's a beautiful morning in Paros this morning, and we have decided to jump on a bus and try the bus system this morning. We bought our tickets last night actually, so it's open, so to avoid the busyness at the little bus stop depot here. And we're going to try the bus system and go to Neusa, and then we're going to jump on a ferry taxi and go to one of the little beaches there.
Off the bus and into Neusa, and once you walk down off the bus you basically come to the port area, and that is the little office to buy a ticket for the water taxi to Columbithres or Monastiri, which is basically what they call Paros Park, walking trails and beaches. So we bought a ticket and we're going to head there later, and lots of eateries along the waterfront here. The little streets of Neusa, much like the streets in the back of Naxos and Paros, and then every now and again you find like a little chapel. Look at that, like right in the middle of town where all the houses were, and I think a lot of the old houses now have been turned into shops. Alright, we have just jumped on the water taxi, which will take us to the beach of Monastiri, somewhere out through there, across there looking at that area over there. The boat next to us is the water taxi that goes to Columbithres beach, and they both leave at the same time, 12:30. Hi Rhonda, where are you off to today? Monastiri, yes. It's literally right there in the port of Neusa. I think it was €10 each for a return ticket. The ferries run all day. What a bargain. We'll let you know how it goes.
We've hopped off the ferry and we are just walking on little path number 3. which looks like it's going to take us into some nice little coves over this way.
Once you get to Monastery Beach, there's a big reserve called Paros Park. That's looking down at one of the beaches close to Monastery Beach, and Paros Park is essentially like a rocky headland full of like hiking trails and walking trails. I'm on one now. I think I'm on path number 5, and I think it takes you to what they said is a lighthouse, which I think might be what I can see up ahead. Kind of looks a little bit like a church, but I think it's the lighthouse. I might see if I can get there, and then I can head back for another swim. But it is essentially like an arid, rocky park, bordered by the open ocean on the one side and the bay on the other side. Off on a morning run, because when you're in Greece you tend to eat a lot, so I need to counteract the effects of that, but I couldn't help but stop to take a quick video. This is Paros in the morning. That's looking out towards where the ferries come into the port, which is just around that way, and all along here, this front esplanade, all the eateries and restaurants that are so busy at night time. And there's a track there that you can walk and run along that goes right round past the port and around to some beaches on the other side. Morning, Rhonda. Rhonda's just chilling. She's reading The Unlikely Pilgrimage of Harold Fry, which has just been made into a movie.
We just found
And we found it in English at the place where we're staying. Anyway, here is the Blue Star Ferry coming in. Paros, and we're in Paros, which I think is the capital, just has a very relaxed vibe about it, don't you think, Rhonda? I was just watching the Greek men fishing over there. We are, in the distance there you can see the buses. We're going to jump on one of those buses and head to the village of Aliki, down the bottom end of the island. I have to say the bus network is good. There's a young fellow there that can tell you exactly which bus you need to get on. We're going to spend the day down there. It's a little fishing village and we've got some nice beaches. Got off the bus 30 minutes from Paros to Aliki, and it brings you to this lovely little seaside port. 30 degrees, so I think a swim might be in order today. Walk just around to the left from the township of Aliko, and you come to this lovely beach. I think it's, I don't know what it's called. Anyway, it's just around to the left. It was about 3 or 4 minutes walk. And because it's on the south side of the island, it seems to be pretty well protected from those northerly winds, which is very handy. That's the little fishing village of Aliki that you can see over there in the distance across the bay. We were dropped off there by the bus this morning and we've had a few swims. We're currently now on this beach here, which the bus driver said is Agios Nikolos. Yeah, and we're just perched there having another swim. I've just come for a little bit of a walk around this track here, and I'm about to head back there and maybe go for a snorkel along those rocks. It's a great spot. You could easily spend a day here, which we have. 3 or 4 beaches all within easy walking distance of Aliki. This morning we're doing something a little different. We're going for a walk. We've just come off the Via Francigena, so we still need to do a little bit of walking. We've got about maybe a 5-kilometre walk past that little beach there, following around behind these yachts that you'll see in a minute. And there's a beach on the other side of this headland that we're heading to, and hopefully it'll be a nice beach for a swim. And then there is a ferry or a little water taxi that brings you back to the port of Paros, somewhere near that Blue Star Ferry now. And that's what we're going to try and do.
Just stopped in this little cove where there is no wind. The sun looks lovely. We won't swim just yet. We might swim on the way back to cool ourselves off, but we're going to still continue on over that way. Looks nice and calm over there, and where Russell's got his backpack on, we brought an umbrella so that we can have our shade wherever we want.
We've spent most of the day in the water today. I feel a bit waterlogged. We've walked this track that you can see along here. That's Parikia over there in the distance. It wasn't that far, maybe 4 kilometres, something like that. And there's all these amazing little coves and beaches spread all the way along here. I kind of didn't even realise it until we just looked on the map. And that one is called Krios Beach, and then a little bit further along Marcello Beach. And I think you can go further around again. So yeah, all these within, what, 4 or 5 kilometres of Parikia. And there's a water taxi, which we don't need. Looking back towards Marcello Beach and Krios Beach, the water is just sparkling and crystal clear. No wind today, or very light breeze. And that's looking across to Parikia over the other side there. And then as we continue around the coastline here, there's just all these little coves with lots of little swimming spots. It's around about an hour's walk around from Parikia. A little bit breezy this morning, but the beaches on the other side there would be sheltered. But we are jumping on this ferry and going to the little island of Paros. Apparently it's the island where Tom Hanks goes for holidays. Tom, if you're listening, maybe we'll see you.
We are still wandering around in Paros. I had a really nice lunch, had some traditional Greek food, had a swim. It's pretty windy, but I think it's just a windy day today. And now we're going to try and find another little beach before we head off again. But it's a little boutique-y place, lots of shops to eat and buy clothes and anything Greek island style, I think.
Looking back on the restaurant strip towards the port at Parikia at night. A lovely sunset after another warm day. Swinging around now, looking away from the port towards that windmill. Quite a spectacular place.
Kalispera?
Kalispera. I was having a mental blank again.
Kalispera. I think it's Spera.
It's Kalispera in the evening, so it's kind of heading that way. We kind of don't know what it is in the afternoon.
We don't know. We just say whatever and they laugh at us.
Sometimes we say yasas.
Yasas. It's nice.
Yeah, which is kind of like hi, we think.
So we have finished our time on Paros.
We have.
It's been terrific.
Amazing time. We've had 5 nights here. We've kind of been all over the place on the island, haven't we? We've been on ferries to Antiparos and
buses,
water taxis, buses. Yep. Yeah.
And they are all very good. So that's one thing. The ferries, the buses, the water taxis are brilliant. Sure, get yourself a car or a, what do you call them?
You can never remember that.
Don't get yourself a motorbike. I've seen too many people come off. And we've got one coming behind us. Let's hope they don't fall off. Right, all good.
Or it could have been good for the video.
Do what you want to do, but the buses, the ferries, and the
ATVs, is that what you're thinking? Could be a good option. Yeah. But yeah, the water taxis,
fantastic.
So,
really good.
There are quiet beaches, there are more popular beaches. We're just over on a beach called Marcello Beach. You can see Parikia and the port of Parikia in the background over there. Yep. We're going to catch a water taxi back there in about 15 minutes, and from there we will go pick up our luggage, which we've left at the hotel, and then we'll get ourselves down to the ferry, and we're on the Sea Jet.
So again, you can do as much as you like here, or as little as you like. There are old towns, there are villages, lots of shopping. Ice cream is amazing here, so find yourself the homemade ice cream, not the bought stuff, the homemade stuff. And we've eaten at great little Greek taverns, really good food.
Yeah.
Some of it's expensive, so look for the cheaper ones, and they're usually the better ones.
But
anyway.
There's some good, like I guess, traditional sort of Greek taverns. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's even a Byzantine hiking trail from one of the little villages in the island.
Now,
that
we
heads,
did that 5 years ago.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Heads
But-
from, I think, is it go from Lefkes through
Yeah.
to another village? Yeah.
And we walked down to the beach. But the problem with it is it's too hot in summer.
It is hot now.
So I wouldn't do it in summer.
Yeah.
Great
But
walk though.
yeah, but terrific. So yeah, you can get around the island on boats. As you'll have seen, we've been from top to bottom and everywhere in between. So yeah, and we even bought ourselves a
An
beach umbrella.
We bought an umbrella. We had
Yeah.
an idea. Thought, I'm not paying any more for these beds. I'm going to buy myself an umbrella.
Because they were a little bit more expensive here. So
Yeah.
we take our own shade with us.
Everywhere we go, we have shade.
And we're going to donate it at our last place in
And we're not
8
the
days'
only.
time.
We're not the only ones. Lots of people are doing it.
Yeah,
But anyway.
yeah.
it
We
was a
thought
good
we had
idea.
an original idea, but turns out not.
Everyone else is turning up. With
We're
the
still
same
waiting for
umbrellas.
our original idea. Anyway, we're signing off from Paros, and we will see you when we were on the island of
Sifnos.
Sifnos.
Yeah.
Or maybe Sifno, I'm not sure.
Sifno. We'll let you know.
Find out. Bye.
you.